the decisions we make can really transform our lives. And it's a hard truth, but you know how people talk about timelines and shifting your timeline? That stuff is very true. I can give an example. So November, end of November, I decided to go sober. Like, no anything, like no smoking, no hookah, no alcohol, like sober, done. You know, meds, nothing. I went cold turkey, or I kind of weaned myself off my meds, but like, and I want to make a video about how like prayer and spirituality like kind of cured my mental illnesses. Like, I still obviously diagnosed with them, but they're honestly not as bad as they were before. But anyways, I went sober end of November. I think it was like November 24th or something. Like 24 really holds importance to me. I'm 24, 2024. I'm always saying 24. 24 has been really important to me this year. But back to the story. And when I went sober, my timeline shifted. Like, I had friends who weren't even that close to me coming to me saying, your energy is just so different, you're glowing, you're vibrant, you look different. People wanted to like get close to me, wanted to know how my life was interesting, because I was doing things like indoor skydiving, I was going zip lining, I was going to the museums by myself, I was going to like the Art Tech House, just going to Light Museum, just doing a lot of things, and 100% by myself. I was so comfortable in my own energy. And then old people from, like I told you guys, I used to be a bottle girl. I used to work in the clubs. Old people from my club life, you know, came back in my life. And it's funny because when I was sober, I didn't hang out with anyone. Like, no one called me. No one wanted to hang out with me. No one wanted to do anything with me. They only liked me because I was fun. And when I you know, I work in a club, so I have the perks, get us sections, bottles, free hookah, all that stuff. And I'm just a good time. I'm honestly a really good time. When I'm drunk, like, it's a blast. And like, when we didn't have sections, like before I used to work in the club, I would always like skip the line, you know, flirt my way into a section, and not even on purpose, just my energy was just so vibrant. So you know what I mean? So, but people, she's not going to the club anymore. We don't need her. Why do we need her? Like, we don't need her anymore. Like, she's not drinking. She's not going to get us into the sections or the tables, you know? And then that's when you realize those people are not for you, and they are kind of dragging you down. But I was okay. I got a new job. I was making more money. I had an okay relationship with my parents. It's still, if you follow my videos, it's still very rocky. But it's like, I'm the type of person, I don't like to hold resentment. I don't like to hold bitterness or, you know, any type of, you know, vengeance. I just try to forgive. But I was really, really good with them. And I even took my mom out on her birthday and we did something really fun. But the same people just randomly hit me back up from my old club life. And I went out with them. You know, one of the people had an event going on. I wanted to support them. You know, they were like, just come, like, get ready with me. You know, let's go to this event. And, like, I was not going to drink. Like, I was sober then. But I was just tempted. Like, being around them just makes me want to drink. Because I feel like there's some people who you cannot be around sober. And I'm noticing the reason why I was drinking so much is because the only time I could bond with these people was because I was drunk. Like, if I'm sober, I probably would not be hanging out with these people. When I'm sober, I'm so different from when I'm drunk. So I'm with this person, and then I start drinking. And then I go back to my old ways, and I get sucked down this tunnel. And then my old behaviors from the past started coming back. And it literally looked like all the progress, all the glow to me disappeared. And it pushed me back to that old timeline. And I'm getting out of it. I'm in a better, more upgraded timeline. But I'm saying that it sent me back. Letting those people come back into my life affected me in so many ways. My mental health, my confidence, my energy. I started having really, like, more chaotic, argument, toxic, you know, experiences with my family even more than what it already was. I was having problems at work. My workload was getting insane. Man, like old men, old relationships, old flings from my past was coming up. This old friend I had, he was so abusive, so toxic, ended up stalking me. So then I had to do stuff with the law. Like, just so much stuff was coming back in my life. And I'm just like, yo, like, this didn't happen, you know, when I was sober. When I was sober, yeah, my life was boring, but I was such a hermit. Like, I was just at home, and yeah, home is not the safest place, but I still have my own room. So I'm in my room, I'm painting, I'm doing things, I'm making music, I'm at least creating, you know what I mean? But man, I'm really thinking about it right now. I'm like, holy cow, like it really shifted my whole timeline back. Just hanging out with those wrong people really pushed me back. Wow. Your company is big. Like, who you have around you can really drag you down. You know, when it comes to negative family, it's like, those are the demons I know. It's like, that's the evil I know. I know your spirit. I know your mood. I know your behaviors. But when it comes to strangers and people who are not blood, you don't fully know them. And when they do you dirty, it's like it comes out of nowhere. Because with family, you know your family. You know your family is going to do this. You know their behaviors. And I'm not giving an excuse. Get away from your toxic family. Like, I'm still working on it. Like, I have a plan. You know what I mean? I have a plan. But when it comes to people who are not your family, people you think are your friends, it's different. And man, I tell you, like, I look back and I'm just like, yo, like, it's like I was shifted to one timeline. And then having these people back into my life just sucked me and brought me down to my old habits. But it's like I had to experience that. You know, I had to go through that to understand why it's so important to not keep the wrong people around you. I had to experience that to really see why it's important to keep good people around you. Like, it's crazy. You know, what inspired my conversation was that someone messaged me on Instagram, and I, accepted it. Because sometimes, like, when you don't follow people, it goes to, like, your spam or, like, some junk or hidden folder or something like that. But I just checked it. Something just told me to check it. And he just reached out to me. He was like, I appreciate your channel, I support you. And I was like, thank you. Like, it was just nice. I love when people, like, say that. But he was really spitting some facts, and I love that, like, I love when people kind of make you be like, whoa. Because normally I'm that person that, when I speak, people are like, oh, wow, I never saw that before. But I love when someone makes me think, you know? I'm always like the person out of my friends. I'm like the therapist of my friend. Like, people constantly like to dump their trauma on me. I'm just like a trauma magnet. It sucks, and I'm really trying to get out of that habit of always, like, you know, putting people first. Like, it's very bad spiritual hygiene to neglect yourself, because when you neglect yourself, you're sending that energy out in the world. So when you neglect yourself, people are going to neglect you. But that's another video for another day. But he reached out to me and was kind of talking about timelines and talking about if he would have put himself first, then he would have been on a different timeline. And that's what kind of inspired this video. So he inspired this video. So thank you, and you know who you are.